Andi.
Hang on, I forgot my headphones.
Shit, I forgot my headphones. What headphones are you rocking? Can you hear me now? You can't hear me. I can say whatever I want, and you can't hear me. Oh, that's a nice plant you got there. You might have to name it. Andi, can you hear me? I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to hear you. Okay, hold on. We've got to get this going, guys. This is the technical difficulty.
Nope, I got it.
You got it?
Yep, I didn't have my headphones plugged in.
Oh, no.
I was like, why can't I hear you? Oh, it's that. Yeah, I'm cool. I totally understand tech. It's fine.
Yeah, this isn't your first time. You're a veteran, hey?
Sure. We'll go with that. How are you? Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. It's been my mic's being a little bit of a pain. It's just shifting, so you can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, I think keep talking. I think I can hear you all good. Just check
Okay,
these levels. Good. Yeah, no, you're all good. You're all
excellent. Great. Yeah, I've got no complaints. Things are excellent. I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
How is your day going?
Good. I'm it's only 8 a.m. here, so kicking it off in style, as I like to say.
Yeah. Nice and early.
Yeah. So how's this whirlwind of a month been for you so far? Bit crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, whirlwind is a really good word for it. It's been I mean, I'm loving every second of it, but I listened to your interview with Maggie, and at the beginning of it I was like, "Oh, same. Oh, yeah, same. Same. I get it."
Just agreeing with everything.
Yeah, it's so much. It's, I've worked on games before. This isn't my first game, but it's certainly the most public I've been. The most recognition I've gotten.
Well, to put it in perspective, the IMDb star meter was 300,000, and now it's at 7,000. I mean,
I dropped to 4,000 for a minute there.
Wow, really? That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. My mom actually messaged me, and she goes, because I don't really check that often. I hadn't really thought to check it.
Yeah.
And my mom messages me, and she's like, "You gotta look at IMDb. It's going crazy. Like, you know what? I went to your IMDb page, and so part of the reason it's going down is because of me."
What a great mom.
Oh, she's my biggest fan. I love her so much. She's been such a huge support.
That's so good. Not many mums would know the IMDb meter. Is she in the business or anything, or she just knew?
No, not at all. Not
That's
at
so
all.
good.
I don't even know how much she really knew. But she's great. She's been online, bragging to me about my elementary school teachers, being like, "Look what Andi's doing now."
So if she's watching, shout out to mum, hey?
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
The biggest support. I love it. So you're just overwhelmed with the fan arts and the cosplays and the, everything.
In the beginning, it was overwhelming for sure. It was definitely a lot of new communication, new things, new really exciting though. And now I'm like, okay, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just excited, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm so honored, and thank you to Capcom and Rosanna and everyone who was Steve, who's been a huge part, obviously, who brought me in and has invited me to be part of this universe. I'm so happy, and I'm so happy to be here.
But you wouldn't have thought that this character would have been loved this much, because originally Donna had no lines, right?
Correct.
Not at all.
Yeah. No, she didn't. When I did the performance capture, she didn't have any lines, um, and it was just this deep, dark stillness with her. So to have so many people resonate with that, even only having the one line, I mean, that it has touched so many people this way has been really illuminating to me.
Do you ever get emotional about this sort of stuff, or what?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I feel like you don't ever really let a character, especially a character like Donna, you don't ever let her fully go.
Yeah.
So for someone to feel that isolated in building Donna, um, to kind of go to that place where you cannot exist with other real people, and then to have so many people come out and say, I empathize with her, I feel for her, I want more for her, and also I identify with her, is is like this everything that Donna needs, or at least that part of Donna that's me, or that part of me that's Donna. It's like I am getting a big internet hug, and thank you. It's
Yeah.
it's really, really lovely, and yes, I absolutely get emotional about it.
Don't start crying on me now. It's too
I
early.
can't help it. I can't help it.
um, People here saying we love you, Silver. We love you. Great performance.
Thank
And I
you.
think people don't realize as well that you played Tundra, who is
Hmm.
one of the military specialists. Is that what you call it? With Chris
Hmm.
Redfield,
Yeah, one of the wolf pack.
the Wolf Pack, which is pretty cool to be that as
Yeah.
well. So you got two
Yeah.
roles. Lucky
Hmm.
bugger, hey?
Yep, I can't complain.
Well, actually,
Uh,
no. You've had more that you did mocap for lichens and all sorts of
yeah,
things
and
as
I
well.
did
Yeah.
and I did some of the stunts as well. Not a lot of it. That was kind of, you come in, they call it utility, like utility stunts or background creatures. Like I didn't do any of the primary lichen stuff. But I did do some of it. Yeah.
So you're running around like this, like trying to distort your body, or what? How?
Well, and that's actually my specialty is I primarily work as a creature in mocap.
I know. I wanted to ask you about Predator
Oh
because you're the
yeah.
female Predator, aren't you?
I helped make the female predator.
In hunting
And
grounds.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. And I did I believe I did all of the soldier deaths, or at least did all the ones that required wires.
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
So in Predator Hunting Grounds, you can either play as a soldier or you can play as the predator. And in that predator versus soldier, if every time a soldier dies, it's a pretty gruesome death. There's a lot of like ripping out of spines or like breaking backs and, or flinging up into the air. All of that I did the mocap for.
Of the
So
soldier or the Predator part?
the soldier, all those
Oh, so
deaths.
you're getting all your limbs broken and torn and.
Yeah. It was a full day in the wires, getting thrown around.
Oh, it's so awesome. So a lot of people won't know that you're actually a part of a motion capture sort of, what would you call it? An organization, a company. You're a
A school?
performance conditioning coach, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So it's a school. We teach action acting, and a big part of that is motion capture. And we teach everything from sword work to creature work to tactical. Um, how to go through the hero's journey in a way that makes sense, artistically as an actor, to tell the whole story. Um, what else? And because I specialize in creature work, and I noticed a lot of things. This mic, I tell you, it's got a mind of its own. It's like, I just want to get behind you. Um, I learned a lot on set doing creature work, where my weaknesses were, and I've always been really athletic, but there's certain things I just never thought to train, particularly, all of your stabilizers or building strength through mobility. So I created a program for Mind's Eye Tribe, that's a school, called Creature Fit. and I help all of our tribe members sort of condition to build up the endurance and that kind of strength through mobility, so that when they're on set, they could even do in-game navigation movements as a creature.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
yeah,
to. I'm
it's
gonna
so
have to
cool.
come down when I'm in LA. I'm gonna come down, and
Dude, come
you're
join
gonna
us,
teach me some creature work. Yeah,
please.
that'd be so
Absolutely.
awesome. Oh, it's. I guess it is a little bit of a niche, though, isn't it? Really, but you guys would be one of the best out there for sure.
We do all right. We do
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's fun. And our students or our tribe members, I prefer to call them that, are excellent. They train so hard, and many of them are working now, which is
that's
so
awesome.
fantastic to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. So is that a full-time gig for you or what?
No, it's not full time.
No.
It works well with performance work. You know, it's
Yeah.
we do mostly teach our workshops on the weekends, so it's pretty flexible.
So were you geeking out with Neil because he does a lot of creature work as well?
Oh, Neil's come into our school. He's taught for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he was in LA. Actually, I think he was in LA for Resident Evil shooting. And yeah, he came in and taught a workshop for the school. I love Neil. Neil's fantastic. He's one of my favorite humans.
Is he?
Neil, I
Yeah.
hope you're watching this. I love you.
He's probably streaming. He loves a good stream, that
Oh, he
guy.
does love a good stream.
And you're going to do a stream tonight, aren't you?
I am. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I am the worst at shooter games. And I've never played a Resident Evil game. Don't tell anybody that. I probably just told everybody else that. But yeah, no, I've never played a Resident Evil game. I had nightmares watching Ernest Scared Stupid. So I fully expect this to be a very enjoyable experience for everybody watching.
Far out.
And
So
hopefully for me too.
is this your first ever stream?
Yeah, I mean, I did like one stream and I had two friends watch, and it was only audio. I was doing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, yeah, that's the only other. I did it once, and then I was like, I'll look into this later.
Did
But
you
I only just got a camera.
did you
It's
work
gonna
on
be a
that
whole.
game or did you just love the
Nah,
game?
I just love the game.
Yeah.
Aloy is fantastic and it's so beautiful.
Oh, and they're showing off new gameplay this week.
Hmm.
Hopefully we see some tomorrow. I think it is. Goku here says Donna alone made me buy Resident Evil 8. Um, can you please say the line in the Donna voice? Now, what's funny is, did you actually say that line, or do you think that was someone else?
I think it was someone else. I don't know what the process was because she didn't have lines when I did the performance capture,
Yeah,
and when they added it in, it was well past me having done Tundra.
really.
So I think they had somebody else
But
who was
who
already in the
is it not
studio.
credited anywhere? We just don't know.
Mm-mm.
How bizarre is that?
No, but she did a wonderful job,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's and that's not uncommon,
No, no.
particularly with motion capture, to have multiple people building a role.
Yeah, that's bizarre. That is bizarre. But I understand it. I understand it.
Hmm.
Enter Plaz says, what was your favorite scene for either character?
Oh, the group scene with all the bosses. Oh man,
Oh yeah,
that
that
was
must have been
fun.
fun.
That
Yeah.
was really fun. I mean, watching Paula. I had, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm so still, and I'm really in this character. And then Paula gets up and wiggles her butt, and I'm like, I'm not gonna break. I'm not gonna break. Yeah, she's a delight to watch. Everybody. I mean, everybody's such a delight to watch.
I can't imagine being on the set for that day because that was one of the first scenes shot from what I'm told. So everyone's still feeling each other out a little bit. A lot of the cars,
Yep.
especially the new ones, and just all these larger in life characters. It just must be. You must feel like, what am I doing here? This is crazy.
Oh, it's marvelous. It's like that first rehearsal when you're doing theater and you've got a big production and with like you're doing something classical, even like the misanthrope, where everyone's bigger than life, or Shakespeare. And they're, especially if it's no, any Shakespeare really, where the characters are just so big and so full, and as actors, you've put in your work for them,
Mm.
but you haven't put them in the space with everyone else yet. And so you have this huge discovery of, oh, I never thought about this being part of our relationship because I put all of my work in building this, but then everything changes when you've got these, nuances, and you're playing off of each other, and it's such a delight. It's such a fun experience.
Have you seen like the game yet? Have you seen the scenes and the
Yeah, I mean, I've
Angie?
watched some of the gameplay,
Yeah.
and
On my channel, of course. Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And um, yes, I have,
Yeah.
and that's been, and I watched a lot of the BTS because it's like nostalgic now. I'm like, oh yeah, that moment.
Oh man.
And then to see the finished product it's so cool, and how much comes through, especially like watching Neil as Heisenberg, and all of that facial expression,
Isn't he
and all of
good?
that.
Isn't he good? I tell you what. He's so damn good, that guy. It's
Yeah.
almost annoying, you know. It's almost
Tell me
just like it
about
just
it.
sort of pisses you off. He's too good.
No,
Uh,
he's an inspiration. I
yeah.
I could not be pissed off at Neil. He's such an inspiration for me.
Yeah.
I watch his stuff and I go, "Oh, Andy, step up your game.
Hey, that's
You don't
that's a
hold
good
your
thing.
own."
That's a good
Yeah,
thing. Vegster here says, I followed you on Twitch so I can watch you play through tonight, Andy.
excellent, excellent. And when we say playthrough, we mean 2 hours of killing the first monster, hopefully.
Are you that bad, you reckon?
Really bad.
What are you playing on? PC, Xbox,
Yeah.
PlayStation?
No, PlayStation.
PlayStation 4 or 5?
4.
4. Couldn't snag a 5 yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
So
I've
what
been I've been too busy to like sit online and try to get one.
yeah. So what games do you like then? If you're not a big FPS girl, what other games have you liked in the last 5 or so years?
Oh man. Well, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm.
I really enjoy playing, and um, I'm a huge Diablo fan.
Really? There you go.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
excited for Diablo 4 to come out. Uh, that's a good one. You know what? As soon as I found out that they had like machine gun arrows, I was sold. I was like, just let me go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, so satisfying. So satisfying.
Diablo, yeah.
I like smashing things. So any of the Lego games. I feel like I should
Really?
have more mature games, but any of the Lego games, I'm all about that. Just give me those bricks to smash.
Hey, each to their own. There's only about 40 Lego games to choose from with any
I mean, I'll
IP.
never. Yep, yep. I'm set. I'm set for
I prefer
life.
Star Wars, the original Star Wars Lego.
Star Wars is good. Star Wars is good. I'm working on the Marvel, not the Avengers, but Marvel right now.
Ooh, nice, nice. Uh, I love anime. He says, "What was your reaction to Donna's backstory, and how much do you know about her
Oh,
backstory?"
I mean, I know about her I hope I know about her backstory.
Yeah.
Um, my reaction, it's so sad. Um, it's it's such a like I said, it's such a deep place.
Mm,
So much loss when you for someone who is already incapable of public communication and connection to then lose her parents, and knowing like the opportunity to be adopted by Miranda must have been such a light, and then
mm.
the opportunity for power from someone who doesn't have any power. She's just alone with Angie, and her other dolls. And um, I empathize a lot with her. As I said, I consider myself a very social introvert, and I relate to that place of feeling isolated,
Mm.
and you want to reach out, but it's just not quite like it's not there. There's something that you want to hide, that you're just not ready to show the world. And yeah, Donna really touched me.
Mm. I can see that just by the way you talk. So what's something we might not know about Donna that isn't maybe explained, or maybe you created in your development of the character, or something
Oh.
in that sense? Is there anything that you can share?
I think. Well, I'm.
By the way, there's a few people crying already.
Oh, welcome to the club. Happy to have you here. My job here is done. No, I think I spent a lot of time with Donna in building the dolls. Uh, because there's a whole psychological thing, and a lot of therapists do this with children especially who have gone through trauma, because children will talk through their toys, and they will create play that emulates what they cannot say. Like children whose parents are fighting, their dolls will fight in that same way, and that really spoke to me with Donna. It was a way for her to express what she was going through. So I spent a lot of time not just building the dolls, but in my mind playing with them, and dealing with my parents' death through the dolls.
Jeez, it's some heavy subject.
Yeah. Remember when we were laughing?
Far out. No, it really is a great character. I hope we see some DLC. I know a lot of people are mentioning it. We'd love to see some DLC or some more.
Me too. I'm not done with Donna.
No, you can't be. It can't end here. I tell you right now, it won't be ending here. Jack and the Beanstalk. Did Donna have any lines or scenes that didn't make it in the game that you can talk about?
There were scenes in the audition, but when we got the final script, you're seeing what we had.
Cool. Lewis J. Weber, Andy, you rock. Do you think that the message Donna leaves on the back of the family photo after the boss fight shows that Donna has a good heart?
I do think Donna has a good heart. I think she's just broken.
Yeah. What was the message on the back again? I'm blanking for a second. Was it something about Rose?
I think so. I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember either. I know the notes. I just don't know which ones they are. Someone will tell me in the chat. Please tell me, Andy, you've seen what Donna creates in the basement.
Well, I mean, I created it, right? So, but I'm not telling. It's my secret.
Yeah. So they go into her powers a little bit in the Mother Miranda sort of base of operations at the end. I don't know if you've seen it. They go into how like she can manipulate plants and cause hallucinations. Is that what you were told as well?
Yes.
Yeah, right. I wonder how that actually works. How she does all this. You know what I mean?
It does seem really. It's interesting to me that it's plants and the dolls that she has this control over. It isn't like a wide range of I have control over all of these things. It's this beautiful living thing and then this really creepy not living thing. And I think that's an interesting dichotomy. I don't know in the story why. To me, it honestly has. Now, this is not canon. This is not even speculation about what they had in mind. But to me, it feels like a Secret Garden kind of vibe.
What do you mean?
Be like the connection to the plants. That there's, in the Secret Garden, there's like, this is the special place. This is where we go to feel home. And I get that.
Because we see the gardener notes. Have you seen those where the gardener's one of the only ones that's accepting of her talking through the doll? using that as a communication platform. And I don't know what happens to the gardener in the end. I guess it's not a great ending for him or her, but you've seen those notes, haven't you, with the gardener? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating environmental storytelling. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Stan, Donna's only ability is to create plants that can make people hallucinate. She pieced out the cadeau into her dolls so she could control them, but that wasn't the ability she got. Interesting. Valea says, we want more Donna.
Me too.
But what would you do in that if it was a DLC? Would you do a prequel to the events in this game? Do you think?
I
mean,
think
you have to. You have to.
Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of options.
No. No, yeah, I guess so.
She rises up from the dust.
You might be right, actually. Now that's a silly question now that I think about it. But that'd be a very harrowing and depressing story, I would have thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's a part of me that, I would love to bring Donna back, and I would love to do DLC. But there is a part of me in terms of storytelling that feels like Capcom did such a good job of giving you just enough with her.
Just enough, yeah.
And you want more because you want to relate to her more, but it's the missing pieces that are kind of what's engaging.
Yeah, so the chat here have said, take care of our Rose. So that's what's on the back of the photo at the end.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that signifies?
I honestly don't know. That wasn't a part of what I was aware of.
Yeah. Because some of this stuff, I'm guessing they'd add in and you wouldn't know about it when you're doing the character at the time. Because they're just notes and they might just try to flesh it out a bit more. It's not like they'd, ring you up and say, we're adding
changes.
in this note,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. And, there's so much that goes into the process of making any of these games that it would be tricky for me to speculate on how that process works.
Exactly, yeah. So you only did the motion capture for Donna? Pretty much, yeah, I'm guessing. But originally there was no lines, and at the end of the day, it's one line anyway.
Yep.
So,
and once you've already got somebody else in the booth, then they weren't going to bring me back to do
just
one line.
One line. That's exactly right. Yeah. If there was more lines, they would have got you to do it.
I can't speculate that, but I would hope so.
You'd think so. You'd think so.
Yeah.
Miss Decker, the way Andi talks about Donna makes my heart go frozen, from frozen to absolutely melting. It's so moving and special. What a beautiful person. We love you because of you, Andi.
Thank you. I'm gonna cry. I'm such a sap, but I love you all.
Are you a softie?
Oh my god, I'm such a softie.
Really?
Did I mention that Ernest Scared Stupid scared me?
Yeah, true.
I'm such a softie.
Are you sure you're going to be all right going into the Beneviento house?
We'll find out.
You're going to need some emotional support, Andi.
Yeah, well, I got a ride along tonight, and I have a lot of red vines already prepped. We should be good.
Have you got any pets to keep you company?
Yeah, I got my little puppy dog.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised she's not trying to be a second guest on this show. Occasionally she does that. She's like, my turn.
Mine's the same. What sort of dog?
She's a Chihuahua Greyhound mix.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's beautiful and fast and yappy.
Yeah, yappy, I've heard, yeah. I'm surprised we haven't heard
Yeah, I think she's sleeping.
Heard her yet.
She's sleeping right under my desk.
Oh, that's cute. How did it make you feel to play Donna, Andi, from Red Sniper?
A lot of feelings. She's such a juicy character. There's so much in there, and like I said, so much that I relate to, that it's darkly enjoyable to delve into that. you see something like that and you're like, yes, I can't wait to go into this. And there's also a part of you that's a little terrified to go there.
Mm, I would think so. I don't. Yeah, I just think it's a very. I mean, some people say underutilized, but I agree with you. Just enough content in there to just keep the mystery, but also give
Hmm.
you enough backstory and story. How can Donna be a lord? She's got no powers. The hallucinations were from plants. I'm not sure. I think I think she's just it's also Angie as well. It's not just Donna, we got to remember
Hmm.
as well. Drive by commentator Donna sees clip of stand up ventriloquist Jeff Dunham on Comedy Central and whispers, amateur. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Well, now I gotta watch that.
What was it like with Paula? Because her
Oh,
voice is.
she's such a delight. Oh my, like I said, it was so hard to keep a straight face and like to just stay in this place. Um, Especially with the butt wiggle. I can't tell you what.
Because you're playing this such a serious character, and it's
Hmm.
almost because you've got the black outfit on. Angie's white. There's a contrast there as well.
Hmm.
And then she's just running around like crazy, her crazy self doing this crazy voice. I can't imagine that would be just so hard for me anyway.
But it's good because you do get to play off of that.
Mm,
She's because she has so much energy and so much liveliness and wicked charm that
mm.
I get to feel like that's me, like this is me projecting. And so I need to be here and quiet because all of me is there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, do you know anything about Claudia Beneviento that you can tell us about? No?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. There's speculation. We were just saying before, is it the sister or is it the daughter? Um, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts? No?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, really?
I wish I could tell you.
Oh, so you're going to have to. Okay. When you play through, it'll be interesting. When you play through, just make sure you're checking out the environment and because you
Hmm.
go past a gravestone that has Claudia Beneviento on there as you're going into the house. So there's speculation there as well. So that'll be cool. I'm going to have to tune in tonight if I can to this stream. What
I
time
mean,
is
I
it?
don't know
Eight
that I'll. Yeah, 8:30 Pacific time.
Pacific time. Yeah. So that's I think 1 p.m. here. Perfect. Lunch break.
Excellent.
Lunch
There you
break
go.
sorted. Hey. Who's your favorite lord besides obviously your own? Who's your favorite lord, Andy? Of the other three, you
Oh,
got to pick favorites now.
I know, I know. Oh, that's so tricky. I can't pick the daughters because those are my favorite.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They are so fun.
Are they? Yeah. Imagine doing those lines. Some of the because they're a
Well,
bit flirty,
we
bit.
we round table auditioned, so I auditioned for the daughters as well.
Oh, you did.
Hmm. Hmm. And so did Paula.
And you
Yeah,
did you
we had a
audition for
whole group of
Angie as
us.
well?
Um, I only got called in for Donna, and when I got the audition, they were like, "We're gonna hire two separate actors for it," and I was like, "I'm gonna read for them both anyway." So I did. I did like a split personality audition. One of the best auditions I've ever done. So proud of that. Because I'm a movement performer, and Donna is so still that I wanted to play the difference in the same scene.
So you could
For me,
show,
that was
so you
just
could
fun.
show the contrast.
Hmm.
Or yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that must have been fun, but also
Yeah.
difficult. I would have thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was a beautiful challenge. It was
yeah.
a really fun challenge.
Well, it's not often that actors walk out of auditions saying, thinking that you've nailed it. From the people I've spoken to, you know what I mean?
And nailed is a very specific term because I feel like saying you nailed it implies that you believe you've gotten that part.
Mm.
And I walked out of that room going, I did my damn best and I'm proud of my work. And whether or not I get this part,
That's the best you could have
obviously I
done.
want that part, but
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm so happy with the work that I did today.
Yeah.
And
Love
that's
it.
what I love. That's
Yeah, that's awesome. I love
mhm.
it. Anti Anonymous question for Andy: do you think Donna and Moreau could have been good friends? Good friends, considering they're both lonely.
Could have, sure. Um, that's a really good question.
I like it.
And
Yeah.
it's a really, I really like that question, because I think there's different types of lonely, and there are the lonely people who want to connect with other people, and then there are the lonely people who really don't. And I think Donna wants to be seen and heard, but not necessarily connect. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I like it. It is. It's a different question, but I like it. I like it. So Tundra, it's probably more likely that you get to reprise this role. Yeah, let's
I
be
hope
honest.
so.
Let's be
I
honest.
mean, she's alive. So.
She's alive. She's the only one alive.
That's
That's
a
what I'm getting at.
benefit.
That's what I'm getting at. She was my favorite of the Wolfpack. I got to be honest. So well
Excellent.
done
I
for
love
that.
it.
Well done for
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
How was that with working with Jeff and I don't know the other actors for the other Wolfpack, but you had a few lines in there. You had a bit to do.
Well, when we did the voiceover, I was the only one in the booth, so I didn't have anyone to play off of for Tundra.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard their. They might have played his lines. I don't remember, because he had already recorded them, so they may have played his lines, and I, ripped off of that. I honestly don't remember. It's been a minute.
So you didn't do the mocap for Tundra?
I did.
Oh, you did.
I did do the mocap, and there isn't a lot of. I did the mocap for the full group scene at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't do.
That's
the only performance capture I did for Tundra. And then I did the voice.
There wasn't any other, was there?
I think. I mean, like I said, I haven't played the game yet, but one of my friends mentioned that she's in the beginning as well.
Beginning. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I see. You've got to be in the next one. There's no way they'd introduce this Wolfpack and do that and then just sort of.
I mean, I hope so.
So
I hope so. She was fun.
So I think you're coming back for 9. And if you were, how excited would you be?
Thrilled. I would be jumping around my apartment.
Would you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I
it.
jumped around my apartment for Donna. It was.
Did you? Was that your reaction?
Oh, absolutely.
When you found out.
I mean, so I didn't know that we were doing Resident Evil.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was more after that first table read when I realized what we were doing, which is a funny story because nobody's talking about what we're doing. Everybody's just really excited, and I was like, "Why is everybody so excited? I don't know what this game is." Because I didn't know. You didn't know
about the universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone
because I
said
hadn't played
Chris Redfield, you wouldn't know.
No.
Yeah.
So I actually, as soon as we left, I went back to my car with the script, and I looked around to make sure nobody was watching me, and I pulled up my phone, and I was like looking up the character names to be like, what game are we doing right now? And when I saw that, that's when I was like,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
man.
I was thrilled. I was ecstatic just to play Donna, and then to find out what universe I was playing in was very exciting.
Yeah. So you got more upcoming projects as well in the gaming space? Because I know you do a lot of games. Is there what other games would people know you from?
If you've played Star Wars Vader Immortal,
VR game?
Yes, the VR game.
Nice.
I am the Lava Rancor.
Oh, nice.
So you have to kill me to beat episode 2. And then I did a bunch of droids and other things in there as well. But the Lava Rancor is kind of my baby.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of crawling.
So you're in the Star Wars universe. Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm
That's
in the Star Wars universe.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that was cool. That was cool. I'm in the Star Wars universe. I'm in the Predator universe. I've had a very fun few years
Yeah.
doing mocap. Yeah.
Well, you're only just beginning, yeah. This is only
This,
the start.
yeah. Oh, I hope so. I mean, that's my plan. Yeah, I've been doing it for about 4 years now.
4 years, yeah. 4 years isn't a long time.
Mm-mm,
You're
it's
just
just
getting
starting.
started, baby.
Hmm.
And you also worked on American Horror Story.
I did. I did. That was actually my first stunt job. I worked on. I doubled Emma Roberts in Coven.
Emma Roberts. So
Hmm.
did you meet her?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was she like?
She's nice.
Yeah.
She's fun. Yeah. I mean, she was nice to work with on set. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's kind of like what you see. She's
Yeah.
yeah. She's a cool person. I got nothing bad to say about her. She's great.
So that's
She was fun to work with.
your first stunt job is
Hmm.
American Horror Story. I mean, are the nerves high or?
Yeah, they were. It's actually it's sort of a funny story because every once in a while you're in the right place at the right time
Mm.
to get an opportunity like that, and someone sees you and sees your potential and is like, I'm gonna take a chance on you, and that's exactly what happened for American Horror Story. I was living in New Orleans at the time. I'd moved out there just because Hollywood South was booming, and I was like, I need a break from LA for a bit.
Yeah.
So I went to New Orleans. I always kind of wanted to live there, and I knew the production coordinator she was a friend of mine from when I was in LA, and we hadn't talked in a couple of years, and she was like, let's go get dinner, let's catch up. And so we did, and she got called back to set, and she's like, hey, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, I want to go. And she's like, are you sure? It might be kind of boring because we're all gonna be working. I was like, yeah, I want to go. I want to hang out with Patty LaPone. Like, let me on set. So she brings me on set, and they're shooting outside, and I'm, she's working, she's running around doing her thing,
Mm.
and I'm shooting the shit with the stunt coordinator. And I'm just going like, how do you get into this? This seems pretty cool. Tell me more about stunts. Like, how does this work and
So
whatnot?
sorry to cut you off, but you hadn't done any stunt work at that point?
No, I mean, I'd done action stuff
Yeah.
in indie projects and web series and whatnot, but I hadn't formally done any stunt work.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
Continue.
but I've always been athletic.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been like, I've trained fighting for film before, just because I commonly, with my type, I get cast as a lot of very uh, athletic women, very strong women who do a
Yeah.
lot of fighting. So those are skills I already had. And so I'm talking with the stunt coordinator, and he kind of looks at me and he sizes me up and he goes, are you union? Are you interested in doing stunts? What's your background? And so I tell him my background and like the things that I've trained. And at the time I was doing aerial acrobatics too. And
Aerial acrobatics. Wow.
and he goes, you're the right size for Emma or Thaisa. So if you're interested, like, maybe I can bring you on for a day. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. And he knows like I'm super green. But he was like, he's going to bring me on for something real simple. And it ended up, if you've watched Coven, the second to last episode, Go to Hell, where Misty and Madison have that huge fight because Madison tries to bury Misty alive, and she comes back and is pissed. And Misty throws Madison into a pillar, and that's me that gets tossed into the pillar.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to rewatch it, eh?
Mm-hmm.
to
But
try
it was
to try and find you.
yeah. No, it's
Uh,
good. It was a really great experience.
when you're watching it, are you looking out for yourself as well? Going there I am, mum.
I was curious because you always want to know how much can you tell when it's the stunt performer versus the actor, and how good of a match am I actually? It's a pretty good match though.
Yeah. Wow. So you
I do.
really, so it was a little bit of luck, but also creating your own luck. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That got you that
I mean,
opportunity.
yeah, it was just right place, right skill set,
Yeah,
right time, and don't be someone people don't want to be around.
yeah. And then so it just flowed on from there.
Hmm. More or less. I mean, you have to work for it. It wasn't like it just
No, but I
flowed
mean,
from
like,
there. But
how do you get into the motion capture side through
I,
stunts and that?
I just took a class. I came back to LA and I was like, I'm gonna go back to film and television, all on camera acting. Um, and then I met Doug Jones, and I had never really thought about creature work before I met Doug Jones, and I was really fortunate to actually, get to have dinner with him and have a whole conversation about his career and my career, and like, oh wow, this is a thing that I could do. I mean, my background, I've been doing theater my whole life and had never really thought about the fact that I have played more creatures and supernatural or fae beings than I have humans. Like my whole life, I've always been cast in that way, and I'd never really thought about it. And I went, this is the perfect spot for me. So I started looking into doing prosthetic creature work, and I started doing prosthetic creature work. And then um, I saw a bunch of my friends were taking this really cool sword class for motion capture, and I was like, what's this about? So I signed up, I did the intro class, and that's where I met TJ Storm, who's Godzilla. He's the Predator.
Hold on. He does the mocap for Godzilla in the latest movie.
Not in
Does
the latest, the two before it.
in the two before it? Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So he did them. Wow, that's incredible.
Yo,
Yeah,
uh, he's a beast. That
that's
guy has got quite a career.
that's insane. Just to be able
Yeah,
to say that
yeah.
I was Godzilla. It's like what? I thought that was all animated. Yeah, most people wouldn't know. Like, wouldn't think
No,
so.
that's motion capture. You
Yeah.
can see a lot of the BTS of that between Ghidorah and Godzilla. You can see like all the BTS of the fights
Wow,
there. Hmm.
that is
That was really
crazy.
cool.
But so you're female predator, is that right? Um.
Uh, TJ and I built the female together.
Ah, okay.
So
So
that's
he was
another.
involved on that as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was the predator.
Oh,
Those so
he is the predator. Oh, right.
mhm. And he actually owns the school
Oh, of
that I
course. Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
yeah. That you work at.
help
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
work
yeah.
with.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was actually a very fun day for him because he got to kill me for 8 hours straight. I have a feeling that that was probably more fun for him than playing Godzilla. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
have you have you seen the face model for Donna? By the way,
I
people are
have. I
asking.
have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's beautiful. She's just
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
You haven't met or anything, have you? Or
No,
connected? No,
no, not at
no.
all. But yeah, I did see. I watched the video of all the face models, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not really cool. I've never been a face model for something, and I'm like, that'd be kind of fun to see yourself in a
Well,
video
yeah. I
game.
mean, what would you do? You just sort of scan your face and then you're done,
Yeah, there's
or
actually so I believe so. I've like I said, I've never done it, but they do have these huge like spheres, like this giant sphere full of cameras and lights,
Hmm.
and then you go through this whole what they call a facial ROM, and so you're making all of these facial expressions that are like
Yeah,
you
everything.
make like all of these facial, so you get all the movements for the face, and they're
Yeah.
they're taking all of these photos and capturing it, and then they build the model off of that. But I don't know if there's anything past that they do.
So, seeing as that you do a lot of mocap work, I want to ask you: is there any, misconceived notions or, in the general public about motion capture or that sort of work where people might be a bit misinformed? Is there anything you can think of?
I think the biggest thing is um, how many people it takes to build a character. I think that's always kind of a surprise for people. That sometimes it's one person. Sometimes one person does all of the performance capture. They happen to have all the skill sets to do the action, and they're the voice. More frequently, there are a handful of people that help build a character. Because even if I were to play, like, do the performance capture for a character and the voice and the basic action,
Yeah.
I don't know wushu. they're going to bring somebody else, a specialist for that.
Yeah.
So then it's me and them who are building this character together. And that I feel like is really cool because it's so rare in other worlds, other mediums, that you get to collaborate like that and collaborate probably without ever meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
But it's kind of cool.
Yes, no other medium would really do that. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And it's always fun when you watch the final product and you're like, oh, they make me look like such a badass. Yes.
Brightburn here says, can we get can Tundra say something?
Sure. I wish I could remember her lines now.
Yeah,
because you have the lines right in front of you when you're doing it, so it's not like I memorized them. So someone put a line in the chat and then I'll say it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you all know the lines better than I do.
Yeah. Oh, far out. If you could play any character, creature or whatever, from anywhere, what would you play? So anything. You got free reign.
Free reign.
Complete free reign.
If they were to do a video game, my favorite fantasy series growing up, I would love to do the motion capture, at least the performance capture, but also the VO if I can, for Lyra in the Golden Compass.
Oh, that's it. I wouldn't have expected that one. There you go.
That would be. She was the one I identified through my whole growing into adulthood phase.
Yeah, so that'd be
like
the
that
one.
process. That coming of age was like guided me in my coming of age.
Yeah.
So I very much relate to her.
I love it. I would not have expected that one.
I mean, I would also do Peter Pan.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool. That's probably what people more likely expect from me, but
yeah, like because I usually get, I'd like to play Superman or Batman or
No, I would like to play.
I want to play Lyra from Golden Compass. Oh,
and why isn't that a video game? That should be a video game.
Yeah.
You got like the armored bears and so much magic, and it just
that'd be a fantastic world to explore. For sure. Yeah. Ari says, "Hey Dan, can you send my regards from Canada? What does Andi think about the performance capture in movies such as Alita Battle Angel, Avatar, and others? Would she love to be a part of that?"
Yes, please. I actually know the woman who did a lot of the stunts for Alita. She's incredible. She's like, I watch her Instagram and I'm like every day going, throwing it in.
How can I compete? Yeah.
I mean, no, she's got skill. I hope that I get to build a character with Tekla someday. That would be amazing because her skill set is just incredible. She's so lovely. And I loved Alita. I had like,
underrated, isn't it?
The performance capture I think it's incredible. I love watching the BTS of that.
It got a bad rap. I thought it was fantastic.
I really enjoyed it.
And I hope they get to do a sequel, but yeah, it doesn't look likely, does it? Yeah. What are some of your other favorite movies while we're on the topic?
Not The Golden Compass. That movie was not good.
You're funny.
Favorite movies. I'm a sucker for The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
There are very few movies that I will watch multiple times, and that's that and Tank Girl. I love Tank Girl.
Tank Girl, yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's another character. Can I add that one to the list? I want to be Tank Girl. Yeah. I know there's like a whole thing with Margot Robbie, but you want me.
Wow. So they're your favorites, eh?
Yeah, they're my go-tos. If I'm ever like, I don't know what to watch, then it's that. It's definitely that.
What about TV? Are you Netflix, Amazon? Where do you go?
All of the above. Depends on what I want to watch. Right now, I'm really into The Nevers on HBO.
Nice. I mean, HBO
that's
just
fun. Quality
output all the time, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so good.
What's The
so
Nevers
good.
about? What do you reckon? I'll like it or what?
I like a lot of shows with magic, so this one is definitely like this thing comes to Earth, and these people get certain powers, or certain things happen to them that change them, and they're considered touched. And you have this whole disruption of society between the touched and the not touched, and there's a fear from everyone who's not touched of the touched, and it becomes this isolation where they build this community trying to protect them, and the untouched are kind of out to get them, and it's a little bit of social warfare.
Oh, okay.
And then within the touch, there's also this battle. You've got the villain. Oh my, I don't want to ruin anything, but she's so juicy. Oh, there's so much there. The characters are so, and the last 2 episodes, I'm not going to ruin anything, but
Gets good.
Blew my mind. Mind.
Love it. I'm watching
so good.
Mayor of Easttown on HBO at the moment.
I haven't seen that. How is
it?
it?
Good show, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm really liking it, yeah. Get you in. Get you hooked.
Yeah, good.
Matt says, you're gorgeous, Sandy. Well, unless he's talking about me. I mean,
yeah,
I
he's definitely talking about you.
He's definitely not. But,
I could grow a beard like yours, I would. I'm envious.
Hachui Alul on fire. You are beautiful, Andy.
Thank you.
Guys, settle down, please. Everyone keeps saying, don't leave. I can't let you. I mean, the amount of times I've seen that line in this chat is crazy. I'm going to watch the Nevers now. Most of the
messages I get too.
Is it?
Yeah, do it. It's good. Yeah. Of course.
Do you think you'll ever cosplay as a character, Andy?
I have this great idea, and I'm going to tell you because I probably won't. I might still do it, even though I'm going to tell you this right now. And I don't think anybody's going to get it. But I had this marvelous idea, because I think I'm marvelous, of wearing a black hoodie and a black mask and holding like a little makeshift, white stuffed thing. And just, posting this on Twitter and saying, what's the Disney bounding version for Resident Evil?
You got to do
it. I don't know if, do you think people will get it? Because I mentioned it to TJ and he was like, what's Disney bounding? And I was like, what planet are you on? Does nobody know what this is?
People will get it. Twitter is smart. Twitter is smart.
I'm gonna
you got to do it.
And you all have to laugh again when I do it.
Everyone in here will reply laughing on that tweet, all right? To get it going early. Jose, I played Village last night, and the haunted house of Donna and Angie, it was a scary place, and I loved it. There you go.
Good. That is what I hear a lot of. I am terrified to get there.
Oh,
that baby.
That baby is one of the scariest creatures I've ever seen in a game, and I've played nearly every scary game. AGM, question for Andy. Who did she prefer playing, Donna or Tundra? I think I know the answer.
I knew a lot more about Donna. I had the time to create Donna. Tundra wasn't a character I got through an audition. She was one they brought me in, like they brought me back for. So, and I didn't have a lot of her backstory. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of backstory from what I understand. She was fun because I got to play in a world where there wasn't a lot I had to hold to. It was a little more free reign. But I mean, Donna's my heart.
She's in your heart now, yeah. You're always going to be Donna, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
HBO wasn't that great quality with the script of Game of Thrones last season.
That's really fair. That's so fair.
Okay, well, that's the one time they stuffed it up, all right?
They're allowed. They're allowed one, right?
Everyone's allowed one.
That was a pretty big one. That was a pretty big one. So,
I liked the second last season. I think it was the last season that really...
Oh, it's just the last season.
Yeah.
I liked everything up to that point.
I remember the Battle of the... Was it the Battle of the Bastards? Was that what it was called? That was one of my favorite episodes. That was towards the end.
my favorite episode was oh my God, what was it called? The one where everybody gets murdered in the building. The
The
red,
Red Wedding. Oh,
it was the red wedding. I was gonna
that
say that,
is
and I
the
was like, that's
most
not right. That's not
devastating
right.
episode I've ever seen of a TV show. Insane.
Well, maybe I am just a dark person then.
No, I agree. I think it was a 10 out
It
of
was,
10. Yeah, no.
yeah, that episode was fantastic.
I mean, after that episode, though, I was like, I don't know if I can continue. That was so crazy. All my favorite characters are gone in an instant.
Hmm.
It's like,
Hmm.
it's ballsy.
I mean, that's the feeling reading. I read the first book. I didn't read past the first book. But in other books, that's the part that always gets me, is when they kill off your beloved character. And I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but I don't think that they do it enough on TV.
No, they
I
don't.
think
No,
I
no.
think they're too precious with their
Oh,
characters,
yeah.
and
Especially Disney, I
that
reckon.
sense of it's a different audience.
I know, but
You
I
gotta
know.
go for your audience.
I know. But at least they committed with Avengers, the last Avengers.
Yeah, yeah.
Because even I didn't think they'd do that to you know who. So yeah, what was it like doing the motion capture for the lichens from Big Dog?
Um, it's fun. I like I said, I love doing creatures. That's sort of my thing. It's messy. There's a lot of spittle. When you get into it, you just kind of like, I'm not human. Here we go. Yeah, and I've done a lot of, I've done zombies and werewolves and the Rancor. So you just kind of get in. You start to lose that sentient part of you, and you get primal, and it's really fun. It's really fun.
Someone's asking, did you do the mocap for the baby monster?
I did not.
I don't think that was
Yeah.
mocap. I'd be shocked if it was. I'd be shocked.
I couldn't tell you, but it wasn't me. I can tell you that.
And I think someone said earlier, was the facial capture you, Dan, for the baby? No, it wasn't.
I mean, I could see it.
Oh, come on.
I mean, you're telling me you've never been a face model before, but I've got my doubts, Dan.
I'm pushing to be a face model in RE9 as some sort
I
of
will
mini
support
boss.
this.
You need to support me, all right? I need to get into RE9 somehow, and that's my way through with this ugly mug. Some sort of lichen or beast or,
There you go. There's a place for everyone.
Was this your first time doing voice work as a villain, Andy?
Yes.
See, I don't think Donna's a villain, as weird as that sounds.
Well, and also, I didn't do the voice of Donna, so
No,
arguably, I still
but-
haven't done voice work as
but
a villain.
Do you don't consider a villain, do you?
No.
Nah.
I think that's because I mean, arguably anybody that you fight in a game might be considered a villain.
But this is the thing: you're not fighting. You're the one running after her. In most boss fights, you're running away. In this fight, you're
That is a
running,
really good point.
which makes it even more,
Yeah. I mean, villains tend to be my favorite characters to play. I've done a lot of villains. I just haven't done a lot of voiceover for them.
yeah. But you want to do more voice, and I know.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
And I've seen your reel. You're quite talented. Let me just put that
Thank
on
you.
the record. Andy, the thread about Donna's house, my thread about Donna's house, is getting close to 700 likes, not to mention a huge amount of fan arts. People love her and you. We're not going to let you two get out of our lives.
Thank you. I am happy to be here.
Please, Dan, you can be the grown-up baby in RE9.
I am also here for that.
Donna just dissed Dan, apparently. There you go. Baby mocap. Political. Okay, so you're not going to get this, but someone's asking political opinion on carrots. What's your political opinion on carrots, Andy? You've got no
I
idea.
I've got opinions on carrots. I don't think they're political. I feel like there's something I really don't get there.
No.
I
Oh, I'm
prefer rainbow
sorry.
carrots over regular carrots. I'll just go with that.
Yeah, it was a question that someone asked Maggie the other day. It was the most
Oh,
random question
okay.
ever, and we just started laughing our asses off because it was so stupid. And now I've got to ask everyone this freaking question, and everyone's thinking, "What? Who is this guy? What is he asking?"
He really likes his carrots, though. That's a thing.
Mark says, "I love tragic figures, and the perpetual mourning of the young lady Beneviento is such a heart-wrenching dimension to the most legitimately terrifying part of the game. Thank you kindly,
That was
Andy."
very beautifully put.
I love the wording of that, Mark.
Yeah.
You're
Thank
a
you, Mark.
poet. I love that. Dan, putting yourself as Moreau's face model was hilarious on your video. Oh yeah. So I did.
Oh man, they are roasting you.
I did a face model video. So I went through and showcased all the face models on a video.
Uh,
And for Moreau, I put myself as a joke. So now people think I'm actually Moreau. Dead set. Can you imagine that? How embarrassing that is?
you know what? I would ride that. I would just,
You'd ride the wave, yeah.
I'd ride that wave.
Change my bio to face of Moreau. Yeah. uh, Daniela Aiko, is that the face model for Donna?
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I have to check
I should
that.
tell you now, I have the worst memory
Oh, me too.
ever.
Me too. Question for Andy: have you ever been to Japan, and what's your favorite Japanese food?
I have not been to Japan. I would love to go. Favorite Japanese food? I feel like saying sushi is a cop out, but I'm really all about those eel rolls.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, you give me some unagi, and I'm like, this is the stuff. Yeah.
Love it. Do you think you'll go and play Resident Evil? Well, guess what, big dog?
Uh,
She's playing tonight
uh-huh.
in 4 hours from now. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I misread his question. He said, "Do you think you'll go back and play the other Resident Evil games?"
Let's see how I get through this one. We'll start there, because then I might have to play a lot of Legos just to calm myself down again.
Do you think you'll keep doing streaming if you have fun with it?
Oh
Or
yeah, I
yeah,
hope. I mean, I would love to. I think it seems like a fun thing,
yeah.
um, especially if it means other people get to help me play a video game.
So you've got everything set up and you're all ready to go.
I have a very amateur setup. I won't oversell it. I bought a PlayStation camera yesterday. So
Yeah.
that's how rudimentary we are. I don't have a backdrop. I've got this mic that likes to misbehave. It should be a good time. Yeah, that's what I
Uh,
got.
Viola says, "How was Donna's relationship with the other lords, Lady D and etc.?"
In terms of like how was it on set or how
Give
was it in the story?
give us both.
Um, on set there's a little bit of play between them, but Donna's pretty isolated. I mean, even in that big boss scene, she's way back there. She's not really.
She's not
Angie's
front.
more involved.
Yeah,
Angie's involved in that in with the lords. Donna's just very reserved.
yeah, yeah. Why is Angie and her puppeteer a star? What? I don't even know what that means. Have you played through the Donna section of the game? If so, did she feel strange to fight yourself? She will be doing that soon. I don't know if
And
you'll get there
actually,
tonight, but
probably not. But that is, in terms of me streaming, that is going to be something I want to do. Is I want to play all of the games in which I can kill myself. I think that would be a fun experience for me. I'm gonna kill myself as the
that's a
Rancor.
cool video.
I'm gonna kill myself in Predator Hunting Grounds. Yeah, I worked on Crucible, which I'm a little bummed because I won't get to kill myself in that because
That's
no
gone now,
more.
isn't it?
That's a bummer. You know, I got to do a play test of it when I was working on it, and it was really fun to play. And it's just such a bummer that what happened with that game.
Yeah, it just didn't find a player base or something. I remember.
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Were you a character in that? Were you?
Yeah, and actually, my character didn't even get released.
Oh, she
She
was
was
going
gonna
to
be a
come out.
DLC.
Oh
Hmm.
no, Andy.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that was sad 'cause she was so fun. She
Oh,
was
that
so
sucks.
cool.
Yeah,
It happens.
it
You know, it's
happens.
like there's times when you book something on TV and they cut your scene and you're like, man, but I worked so hard on that and it was so good and now it's just on the editing room floor. My
Oh.
baby. But it happens. It happens all the time,
And
and
it,
it's really what works for the story.
and you don't even have
Or
access to it, do you?
oh no, nope,
Oh.
none. Um, I have the experience, which was fun because that was another day where I was in wires the whole day, and I shot. TJ also worked on that game, and he shot the day before me in wires. And as soon as I showed up, the riggers were like, "Oh, thank God we don't have to pull TJ again. We get someone who's like 5'2". This is
Is he a big
marvelous."
man or what?
He's a big dude. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
6 foot.
Yeah.
You know, and he's strong. He's definitely like twice my size.
Yeah. I mean, I'd expect that if you're going to play Godzilla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Donna the quiet one of the group? Yeah, pretty much. Crystal. She was the quiet one. But she was also underdeveloped in terms of like her upbringing as well, wasn't she? So
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say she's underdeveloped as a character, and I was like,
no. No. I'm not going to
oh,
roast you like that. Yeah, she was undeveloped. The motion capture artist was pretty shit. Yeah.
like, what were you even doing there?
What are Andy's handles? Does she have a Twitch? She does. It is Andy is awesome.
Andy, awesome.
Andy awesome on Twitch. Twitter and Instagram is
Andy_Norris.
Andy_Norris. Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
Links are in the description. Yeah. Oh, people are already helping you out anyway.
Great. I'm gonna need so much help.
Oh, I know.
So much.
Who is your favorite Marvel character, Andy?
Oh man.
Mine is
That's a
Spider-Man, by the way.
question.
Let me just
Really?
get that out. Yeah, mine's Spider-Man. Yeah.
I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool.
Yeah.
My favorite Marvel character. You know, I think Scarlet Witch is.
Oh, she's good.
Especially, I really liked WandaVision. I was like,
I haven't seen it.
"Oh, that's another character." I just went, "Oh, this is actually heartbreaking."
You recommend watching
I
it?
think it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do recommend watching it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
will.
it's really good.
I will. Have you seen Mandalorian and the Winter Soldier show?
Yep.
You've seen both as well?
Hmm.
They're worth watching for everyone?
Yeah, yeah. You know, unpopular opinion. I liked The Mandalorian. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I don't really have any good reason for not loving it. It just didn't grab me the way that I wanted it to. But I did like Falcon and Winter. Is it Falcon and Winter Soldier or Winter Soldier and the Falcon?
yeah,
I forget which order it is. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, I did enjoy that. And I would recommend that one. I mean, I recommend both of them. I think The Mandalorian. I think it was really good. I just don't know why it didn't grab me.
It was well made. It was.
Yeah.
I agree. It was a lot of every episode was like, we're delivering something. You know, every episode.
I think what I felt was like this. It being basically a space western, I kind of just wanted Firefly again. Like I had this moment of like, no, it's not Firefly.
Everyone loves Firefly. I tell you what.
Oh, I love Firefly.
My sister-in-law loves Firefly. Absolutely loves it. Such a cult hit, that movie. You'll be roasting Dan, but I'm here wishing this guy the best because he reads comments and gives me the opportunity to be heard. All the love to Dan and to Andy.
Like a good tag team roast.
It's a shame they didn't use your face, Andy, for Donna's model, because you're beautiful, respectfully.
Thank you. Thank you. So, but the model they used was perfect for Donna,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Snowwolf says my nipples hurt. I don't know why I read that out, but there you go.
Sorry? That sounds painful.
How did Donna get her scar from Eden?
Oh, there's a really good question. And I'm gonna be real honest. It's not an answer I want to share.
I respect that. No
Um,
worries.
God, I'm such a mess.
Oh, you're crying. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a no, please. Like this whole experience has been so beautiful for me that
Yeah.
Revisiting those moments are really beautiful for me. And I love that people want to know that I want to keep something sacred about Donna.
I love that. I love that. Well, look, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, Andi. And
My pleasure.
no, it really has. I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything you want to say to the fans while you've got them here about this character and your time bringing it to life?
I'm so grateful to all of you. I love how much you share in the love and compassion for Donna. That just warms my heart. And thank you. And I'm so happy that you all love the game. That has been a thrill to hear. Please, like tweet at me or hit me up on Instagram when you kill my character. I creepily love hearing that. It makes me so excited. Like, yeah, another one, but also sad that I'm dead again. Yeah, no, please. That's great. I'm just so happy to be here, and all of you, thank you for being who you are and loving this whole series or this whole franchise. And
amazing, Amazing. Dan, why did you make her cry? Hey, that wasn't me. I didn't ask the question. All right. Paul says you're amazing, Andi. Mark, we love you. Marcus, we love you. So talented. Skip Rope, we love you, Andi. Take care. Stay safe.
You too.
If you're ever having a bad day, just come back to this live chat and it'll uplift you because there's a lot of nice comments in here, Andi. So again, you've got a live signing happening as well with Paula.
Yeah, on June 5th. We are doing a live signing duo. If you haven't seen the canvas print that Paula put together, I can't take credit for putting that together. She's been way more on top of her game than me. But it's beautiful. She took the portrait from the house and she had it printed on this paper that's canvas like. It's going to be something that's so lovely to frame, and it'll be double signed between me and Paula. That's up on the Streamily account for Resident Evil.
Love it.
Yeah, so we'll be signing that. We got a couple other duo signings. We got some fan art that we had printed. That's take a look at that.
How good is the fan art of this game? I don't think I've ever seen art this good for a game in a while.
My phone, I think half the photos in my phone now are fan art, and I want to share them all. And then, but I'm like, I saved it and I don't know who did it again. Yeah. There was no way for me to like write that in there. So if I share your fan art and it's not credited, tell me and I will add that credit because I want you all. The fan art has been beautiful, just beautiful,
unreal, really is.
Yeah,
it's so cool to see, and you need to do that cosplay idea that you talked about. I want to see that come to life.
I do think we should have a Disney bounding for Resident Evil.
Yeah, someone said earlier we need a Lego Resident Evil so you can play through it. How good would that be?
Did Capcom hear that? Please, I want to smash all the things.
All right, Andi. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll have to have you back on at some point, but I wish you all the best, and thank you for sharing some really cool insights and a bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed this.
No worries. Make sure you follow her, guys. Andi _Norris on Twitter, Instagram, and all the links are in the description. Thank you, Andi. Take care.
You too. Thank you.